contemplating all my time. My thoughts make me.
G'day, how you all going? Now, this is just a quick video about buying second-hand products for your four-wheel drive. Now, this is inspired by something that I recently just picked up last weekend, actually. So a good mate of mine, Jason, has upgraded his touring setup on his Navara. And what I spoke to him earlier this year about went before he was doing it, and I've actually managed to pick up a second-hand 270 Ironman awning from him. So I picked up last Saturday, and last Sunday I put it onto the FJ. So they got me thinking, second-hand products for your four-wheel drives. What have you bought for your four-wheel drive that is second-hand? And let me know also if you've bought something that it wasn't quite what you expected. If you've saved a good amount of money by buying second-hand, so someone else's loss is your gain. Now, there is some things that I would buy second-hand, and there's also other things that I wouldn't buy second-hand. I'd just go and buy it brand new. So I'll just run through a few things of my thoughts on what I would buy second-hand, and some things that I would avoid buying second-hand out there. But yeah, managed to pick up this awning, and so far I'm wrapped with it. Easy to set up and pull out, which you'll see in future episodes when I'm out camping. But yeah, I'll give you a run through of what I would buy second-hand and what I would definitely avoid buying second-hand. But just remember, these are just my opinions. So firstly, what to look for when buying second-hand is obviously the quality. So I'm not talking about vehicles, I'm just purely talking about accessories. Now, just do check out the awnings. Definitely easy to check out. I've obviously just bought that one, so you can check out the quality of those on the second-hand market. If you're not sure exactly what to look for, you look for the quality of the material of the canvas, obviously whether the zips work, the canvas bags, and the quality of the poles. This one here actually came with a lot of extras, so I got the end walls, it came with the guy ropes, etc., and also got the mounting brackets as well, all included with it. So that can save you some money, particularly with the walls and things like that. Whether I use them all or not, it is beautifully knowing well that I do have the walls there to be able to use. So awnings are a big tick for me, something to look at good second-hand. So bull bars, if you're looking at buying a second-hand bull bar, ideally you'd want to see it fitted to the vehicle prior to buying it. If you have a bull bar that's even slightly bent, 5 to 10 mil, that can cause rubbing issues. And if I was buying a second-hand bull bar, I think I would definitely look at buying brand new mounting hardware for it. Make sure you got all nice threads and new bolts and everything like that, and it all screws together and mounts really well. You don't want to be stuffing around with old threads that have potentially been weathered and damaged, and with mud and all that sort of stuff. So I would look at buying new the mounting hardware. You've saved on the price of the bull bar anyway, but that's something I would look at. But yeah, ideally my tip would be look at it fitted onto a vehicle, just so you know it's going to fit true when it gets mounted to your vehicle. Now, winches is a bit of a tricky one. If I was buying a second-hand winch, so this winch on this car came off my previous four-wheel drive. If I was looking at a second-hand winch before fitting it, even though you might have seen it running and everything from a mate, ideally you'd want to pull it apart, give it all that maintenance before fitting it. With this particular car, to fit a winch, you've got to have the bull bar off prior to fitting it, which is similar to a lot of four-wheel drives. On the patrols, you can drop the winch out while the bull bar's on. But yeah, second-hand winches, winches these days aren't too expensive compared to 5, 10, even 15, 20 years ago, winches were quite an investment. So, there is some good second-hand ones around, but with a winch, just buy with caution. And again, if you have a chance, pull it apart and have a good look inside of it before mounting it, and check the quality of the ropes and things like that. But, even if you've got a good quality winch, you might be able to lash out and get yourself a new winch rope, and just check the condition of those before fitting it to your vehicle. But winches, buy with caution. Now, this one might be a little bit controversial. Not really controversial is not the word, but second-hand tyres. Personally, I'd buy tyres brand new, unless you want them just for your trailer or something like that. Potentially you could look at second-hand if you do want to buy tyres to match up with your vehicle size, etc. But tyres, you can look at the placards on the side of them and see the age of them and stuff like that, but I find with tyres, once they're on your vehicle, they run good with your vehicle, and if you do fit them to another vehicle, sometimes you can have, you know, they've worn a bit differently with people's different suspension setups and stuff like that. I do know a lot of people run their tyres down to like 20-30% down, and then they sell them and then do upgrade. That's fine, I understand that, but yeah, my personal opinion, again, I just buy new tyres when they come out. If you need spares and stuff like that, of course, go buy a second-hand one. The tyre I have on this was nearly brand new, and it was a second-hand tyre, and I got that, you know, really good deal. But yeah, just tyres, they are out there. If you do want a second play set of tyres, of course, that might be a good option if you have a road set and a play set of tyres. But yeah, just buyer beware with tyres. Again, look inside them for repairs and plug kits and all that sort of stuff, and uneven tyre wear, because there's nothing worse if you fit an a second-hand set of tyres and you cop vibrations, etc. So yeah, just something to look at. Tyres, again, buyer beware. Alright, let's look at second-hand suspension. Again, my opinion, I'm just going to keep saying that I would not buy second-hand suspension. I've had a couple of mates in the past that have bought second-hand suspension from people, even bought some from a reputable business that was second-hand gear there, and they had issues with them. They were leaking, they weren't exactly what they set out to be, etc. Even though they looked good and clean and they were dressed up nicely, yep, they didn't come up to what he was expecting, and again, he had to go buy another set of shockers after that. Coils, they're really hard to tell, I guess, with how old they are and if they're sagging, etc. So with suspension, get suspension to suit what you need. Just save up those few extra dollars and then look at buying exactly what you get, what you need, and potentially and hopefully you get it right the first time. Ask around, see, talk to other people with similar setups, and then you can match your car to what they have and get what works for you. But second-hand suspension, yeah, I'd just steer away from it. But that's just what I've always done in the past, and I have gone through a lot of different suspension setups over the years, but always been brand new in it. But if you can sell some and someone wants them, of course, that's fine, go ahead and do that. But yeah, if you do buy second-hand suspension, it's relatively cheap, and there's often a reason for that. Second-hand roof racks, definitely a big tick. There's so many second-hand roof racks on the market. I could have potentially looked at a second-hand roof rack for mine. When I did this car, I just upgraded everything, it was new. But I always see now, you jump on Facebook Marketplace, etc., there's a lot of roof racks that are popping up. Again, check for mounting hardware, etc. If you're buying a steel one, buyer beware, they can rust internally from the inside out, which even some bigger brands are known to do that. But roof racks, I can't see any reason really to buy a new one. I did buy a new one. Potentially I should have looked at a second-hand one, but I went down the new path option. But you can definitely save a lot of money. There was an example the other day of a, you know, around a $2,000 roof rack would have been new, and I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. From memory, I think it was between $700 and $800, and that included all the mounting hardware, and that was for an FJ. So yeah, roof racks, definitely a tick for second-hand. All right, let's talk interior. Drawer setups, cargo barriers, UHFs, a lot of that stuff you can definitely buy that second-hand. The quality is generally good because it's being kept inside a vehicle unless it's been flooded, etc. But the drawers, you can save a lot of money on drawer setups from people who have done a setup, didn't quite like it, and then sell it, and their loss again is your gain. Cargo barriers, one thing with cargo barriers, they are can be tricky to install, particularly the older style ones. But the newer ones, you know, just make sure they do come with all the mounting kits and hardware, because that can sometimes be hard to get your hands on. But yeah, anything internal like that is definitely good. So if you manage to pick up a good set of second-hand drawers or storage area in the back, pop a comment down below, because you do see them pop up a lot. Or if you've changed your setup in the rear, again, let me know down below. But yeah, definitely some good quality gear getting around second-hand for drawers. All right, so side steps. definitely you can pick up some of those, or rock sliders or anything like that second hand. Generally pretty good. Sometimes people upgrade them, even if you just want a spare set of factory ones that are in good condition, and if you want to sell your car down the track and yours are looking a bit average, put the good ones away, and when you go to sell it, it can potentially be a good selling point if you've got a nice new set of factory sliders or steps on your four-wheel drive. And again, with the side rails etc as well, you can generally have a pretty good eye on the condition of those. Even fridges, 12-volt fridges, second hand, you can have a good look at those, but yeah, you want to see them running and etc as well, listen for noise and all that sort of stuff. But fridges is another big one. There was a lot of fridges coming up on the market because a lot of people are changing their setups to the upright fridges. So the traditional chest ones, like what I have with the Engel 40 litre, a lot of people are changing to the Bushman uprights. So a lot of these other fridges are coming on the market, and generally they've kept inside a vehicle and well maintained. Not you know, you can't go too far wrong buying a second-hand fridge. All right, so I never really thought I'd go down the path of a 270 awning, but you know, looking second-hand and speaking to good mate Jace and chatting to him about it, he loved this awning, and everything he has is in really first-class condition as well. And being a driver's side mounted awning is pretty good. If you look second-hand on Marketplace etc, it's hard to find a driver's side mounted one, and on the FJ you do want a driver's side mounted one because the door is left-hand hinged, and when it comes around the back it covers that back door area nicely. So yeah, that was a big plus to finding this one and mounting it all up, and it fits really nice on the FJ, and it's not a big massive bag which would look out of proportion on this car. So my older awning is sitting in the shed, just keep that one for a bit, and I might even end up throwing that out on the market second hand for someone else to have. But at the moment I'll hold on to it and enjoy this one and see how it goes. So second hand, you know, there is some good bargains out there. All right, so I'm going to wrap up this short video here. There is definitely some great items and accessories out there on the second-hand market. If you've grabbed yourself a good deal second-hand, comment down below. If you've agreed or disagreed with anything of my opinion on what I think is good or bad second-hand, again, comment down below. I'll get back to everyone there. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Cheers.